Hi, my name's Mindy. Welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a July TBR. So, first I'll start with what I'm reading on my Audible. I'm reading What We Hide by Colleen Coble. Well, I'm listening to it. And then when I'm almost done with this, and then I'll do the next book in the series, which is, let me see here. The next book in the series is Where Secrets Lie. And I'll be listening to that book when I finish What We Hide. So that's what I'm going to be doing for Audible. And then my nighttime reading before I go to sleep, I'm reading The Book Woman of Troublesome Creek by Kim Michelle Richardson, and I'm about 26% or so in this, and then when I'm finished with that, I'll be reading the follow-up to that, which is, hold on a minute, I'm sorry, trying to juggle all my different devices, and they're not always juggleable. Okay. When I'm done with the Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek, I'm going to be reading The Bookwoman's Daughter by the same author. I'm sorry that there we go. I'll be reading that after I get done with The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek. So and then I have 3 books I'm going to be reading in July for book reviews, and I'll probably be I will be posting those on my blog, which is Detweiler Mom at Blogger on Blogger. So if you just look up Detweiler Mom on Blogger, you should be able to get the reviews. So what I'm reading right now is Fire Mountain by Dana Mentink. I think that's how you say her name. And it's about fire rains from above as they fight to discover the truth and stay alive. In the shadow of a threatening volcano, long-haul trucker Kit Garrido wakes up in her crashed big rig, unable to recall what happened or why she's suddenly in the possession of someone's baby. Fiercely independent, she has to admit that perhaps this time she could use a little help. And then a former cop, Cullen Landry, refuses to leave his cabin in the evacuation area, which is why he's the only one left who can help Kit escape the crumpled cab of her truck. He doesn't want to get tangled up in the mystery of the beautiful woman with an abandoned infant, but when he sees the bullet holes in the windshield and the bloody handprint on the interior, he realizes that he's in this thing, like it or not. And when 2 armed men with ill intent approach, the race is on to stay alive, discover the truth, and find the baby's missing mother, all while a deadly mountain rains fire from above. And this has It's not Mount St. Helens, but I think it was inspired by Mount St. Helens. So, I'm currently reading that. And then the next book is Jury Duty is Murder by Kate Damon. They answered the call of duty. Now someone wants them dead. And then the one after that is Shadowed Witness by Angela Carlisle. And A Haunting Attack, A Killer in the Shadows, A Protective Love. Okay. This is murder. That's what photographer Allie Jessup knows she witnessed as she departed her studio one evening. Waking with bruises on her neck and a foggy memory, she believes she survived an attack, but everyone seems to think she simply sustained a head injury from falling down the stairs outside her studio. Okay. And then the last book I have here is, I try to read one book a week. So the last book I have here is Hooked by Emily McIntyre, and it's a retelling of Peter Pan and Captain Hook. Okay, and that's all. I'm planning on staying inside and keeping cool. So I hope everybody's having a great week, and I hope you all have a safe and wonderful 4th of July. And I might come on here and give book reviews. I'm not sure. I put book reviews on my blog, but I might start putting them on here. I'm just not very good at talking about the books after I read them. I can write about them, but I can't. I get tongue-tied. Okay, well, have a nice day. Thank you. Bye-bye.